Yeah, it is starting to get cold out, guys. And you know, each year about this time, Melissa starts to drop hints about the fact that she doesn't have heated seats in her car. Now, she drives this 2004 Honda CRV on a daily basis, and you know, it's also our RV tow vehicle. So he says, I want a new car that has heated seats. But you know, I found a way, thanks to Amazon, to maybe get some heated seats installed in the car for under $100. And that's what we're going to do today. We're not going to work on the RV, we're going to work on our tow vehicle, and she's going to love it. For roughly about $67 on Amazon, I found this. So it's a aftermarket heated seat kit, and looks like it comes with everything you need to you know, add some heated seats to your car. So let's take a look. So there's some instructions. Looks like it's pretty good. It's in English and Chinese, it appears. So I'll have to check that out. Comes with two wiring harnesses, so there's one here, looks like it's all pre-assembled, ready to go, and here's a second one. And the reason there's two is because there are 4 pads here, which are, these are heating pads, it looks like, and enough to do 2 seats. So you got you know, a butt pad and a back pad for one seat, and a butt pad and back pad for the second seat. So enough for 2 heated seats in the car. It's really cool. So the thing I like about this too is it comes with a nice little switch here. Now, when I read some of the reviews on Amazon, some of the folks were saying that really the hardest part of this project was really getting the seat fabric kind of removed from the seat so you can get underneath and install the heating pad. But I'm not sure how hard that'll be in the CRV. We'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to try to figure out how to get this fabric off. Just kind of winging it. Let's see. That part there. Okay, it's just clamped onto the bottom here. Okay, I see there's these like plastic tabs that we could probably just pull off. Just stretched over here. There we go. Okay. So it's coming. Do the same thing down here. Once you get one, I'm sure you could probably get the others. Yeah, well, this car seat here is kind of complicated. There's really a lot to it. There's all these pieces that hold down and, you know, grab onto pieces of wire and support systems that keep this cover nice and tight. So it's taken a little bit of time to figure out how this is all working, but I think I'm gaining on it, and I think I got it figured out. So yeah, there's just a few things that I had to account for. There's this seam back here. I think the heating pad's only going to go up to about here, and there's also another one down here in the bottom part of the seat that I'm going to have to cut a couple of holes, and it addresses this in the instructions. You've got to cut a couple holes to you know, make sure that the pieces that pull through on this seam and anchor it to the other end of the seat can still go through and you know, pull that down, make it nice and tight. So there's that. Plus this driver's side seat has an airbag in the side, so I didn't want to mess with that too much. But I think I got it figured out. I have the heating pad in here, just kind of see where it's going to land. I marked a couple spots where I need to cut, and it's just going to be down to kind of placing it, cutting it, putting those supports in. I'm going to test it out, see if it actually gets warm, and then there's this sticky tape here that I'm going to remove and get it secured down to this cushion, and then put it all back together. So that's what's next. So I was able to get the pads in here, and I think they're going to be able to secure down nicely. So yeah, the back one was kind of a pain in the butt, but I got it in. And now I'm going to put it to the test. I'm going to give it a little power and see if it heats up before I button it all up. And I should point out that it came with this positive and negative on the wiring harness. And on the positive, it has a little fuse holder that has a little 10 amp fuse in it. So I'm not going to use that because I'm going to use this that I got from the store. So it's basically a little extender that I'm going to plug into the fuse panel, and the positive for the seat warmer is going to actually connect to that. So it has its own fuse, and I'm going to go ahead and use a 10 amp fuse like this in here, like that. So I'm not going to need this fuse that it came with. So I'm going to just go ahead and remove it, and I'll use it for something later. Okay, I got the switch. I'm testing out this chair. I have to say, it's comfortable. I can feel the warmth. So feels like everything's working. So in case you're wondering, when this is on low, which it's on low now, it draws about just under 2 amps, about 12 volts. So when I switch this to high, that's off. But on high, it jumps up to about 5 amps. So low, it's about 2 amps. High, around 5. Whoops. I'm going to go ahead and stick it to the seat, button it up, then we'll go ahead and install it inside the car. I think I'm going to put the switch right about here. So mark the little spot and drill a little pilot hole here. It's not big enough, so I'm going to have to, I don't have a drill bit the right size, so I'm just going to have to keep stepping it up until I get the right size hole. Well, after a couple of minutes, these seats really warm up, and they are actually quite comfortable, I should say. I think my wife's really going to like it. Well, there's a couple of things about this project that I wanted to share that I encountered. I'd never taken apart a seat before, so that was definitely the most time-consuming part. I didn't want to break anything and wanted to make sure I could put it all back together. But while I was doing that, I encountered these hog clamps, which hold the fabric down to the frame of the seat, and I was able to pry those out and get those out so that I could get the heating pad in there. But when I put it all back together, I ended up just replacing those with heavy-duty zip ties instead, and those seemed to do the trick. Also, when I removed the seat, I failed to take into account the fact that there's an airbag in here, and just disconnected the connections under the seat. Now, when I reinstalled the seat, I just plugged them all back in, and then noticed that there was an airbag fault that showed up on my dash indicator. So I had to figure out how to reset that, and it turns out it's not a standard code reset that you could use a code reader for. It's just a special Honda thing that you have to do this little trick to short out these this connector back there. But I was able to get it all reset without any issue. And the last thing I wanted to point out was I didn't really focus a lot on the electrical wiring inside the car in the running. I figured that's going to be kind of specific to your own vehicle. But really there's only a positive and a negative wiring connection to hook it up, and I wired the positive connection right to my fuse block, and you saw that fuse extender I used, and that went pretty straightforward. And then the negative, I simply just found a grounded negative connection under there too and just spliced into that, so that went pretty well. But yeah, if you guys have done a project like this, I'd love to hear about it in the comments, and if this is your first time, go ahead and subscribe if you could, and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. But I think I'm gonna go enjoy this nice heated seat, so I will see you guys next time. See you in the next video. Take care.